Hello friends and welcome to the Crypto Stacker channel. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment, education, and for community building in the crypto space. Today's video is going to be about Terareum. Terareum in the last 24 hours taken a bit of a beating, down about 10% actually. And since I did my show prep, it's actually down a little bit more. So I'm not really sure if there's a specific catalyst for this outside of just what's going on generally in the market. You can see here that everything on the screen in the 24-hour column is in the red, with the exception of a couple small coins. ApeCoin actually doing pretty well there at up 3.9%, but everything else just pretty much red across the screen. So Terareum, being a smaller market cap coin, more sensitive to market fluctuations, both generally to the positive and the negative. But we'll dig into this a little bit. We'll look at some potential catalysts. And I'm going to show you guys today a piece of content that changed the way I'm thinking about the Terareum development team, actually. And, you know, I've been pretty pro the development team. You guys know that I'm sponsored. I've been hosting the AMAs. And Rodney actually dug up a little something that kind of blew my mind a little bit. So I'll show you where that is. I'll give you a link, and we're going to play just a snippet of it. Good content coming from Rodney. So before I do that, let's just jump in really quick and look at the fundamentals. Today is April the 24th. The number of wallet holders of Terareum, 9,050, down 14 from yesterday. And this, again, we don't want to see this trending in a downward direction. We need to see that turn around. We really want to see that 10,000 number. As you guys know, I'm trying to step up my content to do what I can to contribute to the community. So keep your eyes peeled for more videos. But market cap, 117 million. That would rank Terareum 374th of all cryptocurrencies per Terareum's market cap and CoinGecko's ranking system. We just looked at that price, 8023 now. The volume for Terareum in the last 24 hours, 147,000. So you can see, based on a little higher volume, the number of tokens burned is more than yesterday by just about double, actually. 2.7 trillion tokens burned, still sitting in that 51.49 range. All right, so let me start, before I dig into Rodney's video, I think I'm going to finish with that one, with a tweet by Milton that I thought was fascinating. So here's a tweet from Milton that dropped yesterday, and it says, Terareum will start the development of our crypto payment gateway system, TeraPay, that will offer businesses payment solutions in crypto. Post-Terareum exchange launch. More details next AMA. So there's a little bit of a tease for an upcoming AMA. This is the first I heard of it yesterday, and quite frankly, in my opinion, this is the holy grail for cryptocurrencies. There are a couple places out there that do have bridgeways so that people can spend cryptocurrencies at major retailers. But in my opinion, DeFi, cryptocurrency in general, is not going to be mass adopted until it's very easy to spend, to transact. And if I could walk into any place, including like a small coffee shop, and I can pay with my card, and it converts my Terareum, in this case, to US dollars, and the transaction fees aren't outrageous, this would create utility that would cause many people to be open to investing in cryptocurrency. So very excited to see how this develops. I think that is one more potential feather in the cap for the project. Now, let's jump into this content by Rodney. And I'm going to reference one more time one of the slides from the AMA that I did with the development team on Friday, so just a couple days ago. Now, if you know Rodney, you know Rodney. If you don't know Rodney, let me just explain to you. Rodney is a guy who some people love and some people hate, because Rodney is brutally honest and he doesn't pull any punches. If he thinks something is BS, he calls it BS. And so when I saw that he was doing a rehash of the AMA, and the title of his video is The Binance Listing Debacle, What Really Happened? Well, if you watched the AMA earlier or late last week, you would know that the development team started the AMA with an official statement. And let me see if I can pull that up. So the statement says, the Binance US situation is still being investigated and it cannot be commented on further at present, although policies have been implemented to prevent similar situations in the future. As we receive a future update, we shall keep you informed. And then they included the transaction hash. So one of the conspiracy theories is that the team fabricated the whole story. They said they had a listing so that they could pump the price. But in the AMA, they released the transaction hash that showed that prior to the AMA, they had given $180,000 to who they believe was Binance in order to list Terareum on the Binance US platform. Okay, so a lot of people have thought a lot of things about this, and I've been watching other people's content to get their read on the AMA. And even for myself, I felt like, it feels like the team might be holding back. Like, could they really not know at this point what happened? They're saying it's under investigation. That seems like a common tactic by businesses to kick the can further down the road. And, I thought, it seems like maybe something they got ahead of themselves with the communication. I don't think that's disputable. And ultimately, as it unraveled, it didn't unravel favorably. But how complicated is this situation? Is it possible when they say that they're still trying to investigate what happened, that they're literally still trying to investigate what happened? I've seen content, Sandstorm, another person who is very straightforward, absolutely calls BS whenever he sees it. And in his video after the AMA, he just said, man up and own it. You guys lied and you need to come clean. So this video by Rodney, to me, showed that this, and I looked at the transaction hash. I posted it in the video of the AMA so people could go research it for themselves. But I only went about 5 levels deep in there, following the money trail. And they say that the blockchain never lies. Okay, it never gets erased. It's always there. You can always step from one thing to the next. So here's Rodney's analysis. And again, I'll leave a link for the whole video, but this is very interesting to me.
Where you see that $30,000 was split up into in a very, very suspicious way. Let me move my face here. It was split up in a very, very suspicious way. Look at all this, right? And you would think like, hey, this is suspicious as hell. Like, this looks like people are getting paid. The scammers are getting paid. Like, hey, here's your part of the scam. You know what I mean? Like, good job, whatever. But if you go one step further, and I feel like people didn't go one step further, you can see that.
Which I didn't.
These are all Binance hot wallet transactions, right? They were sent to the Binance hot wallet. Well, hot wallets are what some of these exchanges use, right? These are wallets connected to the internet, right? Connected to the web. And if you go and click on the hot wallets, you can see that the activity you would see in a hot wallet looks regular. Like, this is what you would see in a hot wallet. You would see a bunch of different transactions coming in from listing fees, from all kinds of things going to Binance.us or just Binance in general, right?
Okay. So again, I'm now under the belief that when the development team says that they're still investigating this and trying to figure out what happened, that they are really trying to figure out what happened. I'm not an expert in blockchain and research. And actually, when Rodney said, I feel like people didn't go far enough, I was the one that if I would have gone 2 or 3 more steps, I would have ended up here and kind of reached this confusing conclusion on my own. So, I don't know what to say other than that I'm ready to put this one to bed. When the development team says they have policies in place to prevent this from happening in the future, I'm going to be watching for that. Okay? They've had this unfortunate event. I don't know what happened. I think sincerely they may not know what happened. And so, I'm going to just be watching what the future brings. I want to see this TeraPay come to fruition. I want to see the centralized exchange come to fruition. I want to see the TeraPool come to fruition. And every time that they get one of these technologies to market and improve the ecosystem for Terareum, then we as investors will have more confidence, and hopefully that investment that we have in the project will grow into something that's very valuable for all of us. So Rodney, nice work with that video. It really is a crazy conundrum. I don't know what to think still. And I hope when they do figure out what happened that they do let us know, because this is quite the mystery. All right, friends. Hey, I appreciate you checking in. Let me show you my reflections for the last 24 hours, and then I'll sign out. So currently, last 24 hours, I received 87 million in reflections, bringing my total since February 21st to 23,877 million. At current prices, it's down there around between $55 and $59. So we'll just keep watching that stack grow. Friends, I appreciate you checking in with me. Check back with me soon. We'll watch our crypto stacks grow together.